Okay, so now I'm shy because
What are you shy about?
okay, so this is not the maiden edition, but it's the maiden edition.
Cheers,
right?
first
Cheers.
of all.
Cheers.
Eyes.
Cheers. Okay, so I think basically I've had this in my mind to do for a long time. I think I'm just giving the clue. I've had this in my mind because for years actually, before when we just used to come on, I realized that I had a passion for, or I don't know that I had a passion. I just knew that it dropped in my mind. Yeah, I remember that. Let's get to the frame. It dropped in my mind to do this, and I think usually when you take the first step, then the next step shows.
It's like what's it called? Ripple effect.
Something like that, right?
You kick the can down the road and it keeps rolling.
And it keeps rolling. Exactly. So turn your chair like this. I think it's actually good.
Okay.
So basically, so this is the next step down the road for
After
the
you
can,
have
right?
kicked.
After I've kicked it. So let's not even go to that because we don't have. So so I have. They already see you now. I don't even know how to start. Anyways, so on this maiden edition of interviewing my friends to just to because okay, I'll start like this. They say that when you're sitting with 5 wise people, guess who the 6th wise person is? You, right? And then when you are in the company of fools, guess who you're with? Guess who you are, right? You're a fool as well. So today I'm just this is the maiden edition of my sit
Wise
down with
person number 1.
exactly. I sit down with my friends to just talk about our relationships, and because my friendships are very important to me, and I feel like we share a lot of experiences and we've come through a lot together, and I feel like because this channel is really just about my unique experience and my journey through life and business, not just business, and this is life. This is the life part where we're just going through the thick of it and trying to figure it out, because if you tell that anybody knows it, it's a big lie. It's a lie from the pit of hell. That is it. So meet the beautiful and the energetic Ijeuru. Let me tell you, when I said energetic, let me tell you the story that came to my mind. When I said energetic, let me tell you the
I was
story.
about to tell you how I made that walk.
Yeah,
all over.
how do you know? Look, let me tell you. So Ijeuru and I did my last semester in LBS in Lille, France, right? When I was done, I said, let me even go and see Ijeuru. She came to see me in France. Oh, she was in Italy. Let's even go and even see what they are even saying in this Italy that is so beautiful and all of that. That's how we walked until we saw Umwezei Road. I kid you. Google it. Umwezei Road or street, something in Milan. We walked over 20,000 steps in the rain, in cold. Oh my god. And this is how she was just running off. She was just going. I'm going to shut up now. But Ijeuru, look, don't try her. Because
Try me, really.
look,
It's just walking.
see, I enjoy walking. That was trekking in cold. Do you get it? But that's and I think that I said energetic also because it's the energy she brings to a friendship too. Don't try Ijeuru for her friends. She's gonna come for you. So with Ijeuru, I'll give Ijeuru the opportunity to explain her first impressions of me, and and we'll take it from there.
Okay.
When we met. Okay, just talk to us.
So we met in 2017. I would like to say it was the 4th of September. I think that was the first day of school.
I think something in mind. Why do I have something in mind?
You'd not gone to school the first week.
I think it was when school started for sure that I registered. All that one
Anyway,
was play.
I think I, I have a vague memory of day one,
Mhm.
but it only started. You only started to register in my
Yeah,
memory.
yeah.
It's not you, it's me. I promise. You
She's
only
breaking up with me right now. She said it's not you, it's me. Did you
it
hear?
only started to register in my memory after we had our seats assigned, because you were like
Right.
adjacent
Yeah.
or however.
Beside. Not even beside.
They say
On the other
adjacent
side.
is beside the opposite now. We had
Was I
to
opposite
talk
you?
am. No, now you were like this. I don't know how that thing was.
In my
She
head.
was beside me. I think
Beside, literally like this. So you're on the other
this
table.
is
I was
passage.
yeah,
Then that's
yeah.
her.
That was-
Yeah, and she had big bum bum. Yeah, so she would wear her pencil skirts, I would
I didn't know.
and then I'd notice bum bum trudging
Oh my god.
past me to go to her seat,
Oh
and I'm
my
like,
goodness.
that's a nice.
Yo.
Yeah. That aside, when we eventually started to form bonds as a class, ONYINYE was found to be one of the warm people. You can trust that she's going to be the peacemaker in any situation. So
Mhm.
when everybody's moving mad and moving left and moving
And there was a
south,
lot of that.
she's going to be the lone voice in the wilderness crying for peace and asking you not to overreact and not to overthink it or to let it go, or shall just be calm. And I like to think of myself as that person that likes calm and peace.
See, you met me.
So when someone else is the person telling me to be calm
Mhm.
and to choose peace,
Mhm. Mhm.
that means I'm not really as peaceful
Maybe not.
as I thought.
Maybe not.
So yeah, it was something to learn. It was something that I definitely admired, and I I just liked that it was genuine, because of course there were a lot of people who are around or were around, and while you're getting friendship vibes from them or good people vibes from them,
Mhm.
you can't really trust where to place it, because you can't really tell how much genuine.
Ness is coming from
Yeah,
them.
thank you for helping my English.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You're welcome.
I liked that. I liked that. What I liked best about the new was I didn't have to second guess it. It was
Mhm.
either this or that. There was no,
Midway.
yeah, there was no confusion. There was no what's in it for her. Why is she being kind to me? Why is she being nice to me? It was just who she was. So yeah, first impression wise, that's what it was.
Do you know I'm sitting here
Mhm.
and I'm thinking, what was my first impression of you? You used to wear glasses all the time then. Why don't you wear glasses anymore?
Because I'm lazy, I haven't gone to the doctor to get my new prescription.
So I remember you had these burgundy shoes.
Oh, my
The
bro,
flats.
what are they called?
Brooks.
No, they have a particular, yeah, Brooks for lack
Lack
of
of a better word.
yeah.
Yeah. I love those shoes.
Yeah, me too.
Do you still have them?
Not my size anymore.
Sorry. Did you grow taller and then your shoe size increased?
Let's not talk about it.
Anyways, I've never heard that somebody gained weight in their leg. But okay, let's not talk about it. So I remember that. I remember you had low cut. And I did too, actually. I had
Really curly hair.
yeah. I don't even know. Look, I have to ask my parents certain questions. You get like, where am I really from? Look, because my hair was really, really curly. Like,
This is good
really? Yeah. Mine too. Are you having orange juice?
Orange and pineapple.
I'm just having pineapple. Anyways, so I remember I think my first impression of you was around like don't mess around. like, like you were very like serious. For coming to know Ijeuru, that seriousness is this facade that she's the biggest sweetheart. So she does that to just move away from my side. Don't come near me because if I love you, I love you. That kind of thing. True or true? True.
She not give me a choice. That's true.
Anyways, that's what it is, right? Yes, so back to my Italian story. Yes, I trekked. I spent 2 weeks with Ijeuru. I lost weight. I was looking good, by the way. I lost weight and I trekked. But let me tell you the thing about it. She says something about me being kind. I remember we were students, and I remember Ijeuru giving up her bed for me. I was sleeping on. Yes.
Because I don't have money for.
I didn't have money for hotel either. If not, I could have come and stay in the hotel. But like, look, I remember her giving up her, room for me, and so going forward, we're gonna be talking in not in third person.
Okay.
Yes. I remember you giving up your room for me, your bed for me, and made me feel kind of uncomfortable, but at the same time made me feel comfortable because I felt like, oh, see, I should stand beside Ijeuru for you guys to have an idea of how much bigger she is than me. And she literally squeezed on a couch. Like, I just felt like, I'm loved. Let me just collect it like that. That's, do you get? Because after like day 1, day 2, I'm like, oh yeah. And then I spent 2 weeks. So yeah, that was something. Thank you. I don't know that I said thank you enough.
It don't matter.
Thank you. And then she took me on Umweze. Wasn't it Umweze we saw?
You should took a picture of it. So
Centrally, I remember that we're looking for that mall. Centrally Mall? Is that
no. We were going to an out of town mall. Like, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like the main. It's like the
biggest mall in Milan or around that side. Yeah.
And if you know Europe, you know that those malls are usually on the outskirts.
It's like you're going to move west side.
So we definitely missed our
and we trekked from where would we have trekked from?
So the reason we trekked is not because I like trekking. The reason we trekked was if we tried to find the next bus stop, we would walk for an hour 10 minutes to find the bus stop that will take us to where we're supposed to go. But if we started walking from there to where we're supposed to go, it would take us 50 minutes.
I remember this.
So
I actually remember this.
Of course, the wiser thing to do instead of going to go and look for another bus stop,
I remember that
was to walk to just go to where
in the moment it did not feel great at all because look, I remember feeling like I'm going to die. The cold, I think my body adjusted to the cold, and then the problem was the rain.
Yeah, there was this
it was a drizzle, like it was. And I couldn't even now take pictures. Like, there were so many nice places that were passing. Yeah, anyways, enough of that story. It's what happened. And I think that experience made us closer.
Yeah.
I remember us having that high tea. Do you remember that? The thing they put to call anything like it
was the most ineffective
high
THC
inducing
whatever you can try.
So it was supposed to kick in. It was supposed to do its work, but it didn't. Well, yeah.
But so it was calming, if we're being honest. There was something soothing about it. You would just find that you sleep better, but if you were looking for any out of body experience, it was lacking.
It was very underwhelming for a high tea, but yeah.
And they had the guts to call it high tea.
High tea, I know.
Like
semi high tea, like almost high tea. No, high tea. All of those other synonyms would have been great, but it's what it is. Yeah. So let's talk about beyond school and what you do now for a living. if you, as much as you want to share, and next we'll talk about how friendship has blossomed and
About work. So, at the time when I was enrolling in LBS, I thought I wanted to work in human resource. I thought I wanted to pursue exactly. Well, um, I think one of my strengths, one of the things I like most about me is that nothing is really beyond me. Do you get? As long as I'm able to apply, I feel like I'm able to apply myself to it. I can actually
anything
do
is
the
possible.
damn
I
thing.
love it.
Yeah.
I love
So, my experience before LBS, I worked in administration, in oil servicing and construction. So I was like, okay, if we're going to do this thing, let's do. If we're going to work in admin, let's do it. Well, let's do proper admin work. Let's do HR work so that at least there's a path to the career and we can grow in it without growing old
I hear you.
first.
I hear you.
So, but I also knew that I wanted to do a lot of things like in my lifetime, which is why I found it very interesting that I had the experience in construction and I had the experience in oil and gas. And then I was like, okay, instead of putting constraining myself to a particular industry, I would pursue a general management course. LBS was perfect in a lot of ways.
Actually, shout out
It was perfect in
Lagos,
a lot of ways.
Yes, London.
Yeah, Lagos UNESCO. So, I currently work in marketing. I manage products, and I enjoy it. I'm not even going to lie. And what I like most about it is, like the facade that Onye talked about. I feel like there are multiple personalities to me. I have the undercover geek, the person who is very what's that word that they call it, sapiosexual. Yeah, I have the me that is very sapiosexual because brain work, they bust my brain.
Do you know? I think Ijeuru ticks the box for like one of the most witty people. That she gets it. Like, do you get? She'll just quickly get it. Even if it's with I, she'll just get it and just cool down for you. Like, let's go and talk about. Oh my goodness, it is strange, but it's so
So
good.
yeah, so my current work ticks that box, and then I work in my current job is in an industry that interfaces with the entertainment industry in Nigeria, so hospitality entertainment. So it makes it seem like I have a social life. Like if you're on my
She does.
Instagram, you'll be like, this girl is popping.
No,
No,
let me tell you, and I'm gonna put
do
her
not
handle.
believe it.
You can follow her, right?
I'm telling you that
Let me
it's
tell
all
you,
fake.
she
Fake
does not-
life.
she
I am
does-
fake.
Ijeuru, you do not put half. See, like this, even a quarter of the outings and the things that you do. So don't
It's
even
just
tell me that your
a
Instagram is
job.
popping.
I'm just doing my job. So take that job away from me. I'm back to being the
In
baby.
like, okay.
Yeah. I'm
Far
back
from
to lying on my
being
bed and
not
watching
true.
Mrs. Maisel.
See, I knew that was gonna come up because
So
I don't even know what this show is about. But Ijeuru, you are about to make me watch it.
let me tell you that you're not going to regret that thing. Mrs. Maisel is the best TV character that has ever been created. And the day we're shooting this thing is the day of the final. Like they have said that they are not going to, so unless there's a spin-off, they have said there's not going to be another season or episode of the marvelous Mrs. Maisel. And I'm very sad. I don't know what I'm going to do with my
I
life.
can't even relate because, like, I don't know.
She will watch it, she will love it. At least we have this video as proof so that you can come. Okay, so I'll literally just summarize on work. So on work, I like what I currently do because it helps me express my creativity, it helps me feed my social life, and it also gives me the right amount of nerd experience. So yeah, it's pretty much balanced for me now.
Okay. So, I know that like half the time when we see we're like just and we can just for hours. But right now, I don't know that you actually like we've talked about like one pivotal time in your life, like maybe a challenge that you want to share. And it could be about work, it could be about your private life, or like whatever you're comfortable sharing. Because we're sharing. Like if you shared my drink.
She ratted me out in public.
Yes, I did.
Anywho, I'm going to act like that didn't happen. And,
Okay, go ahead.
So one of the things that comes to mind is I have failed,
Mm-hmm.
and in failing, so for every time I failed at something, I've tried not to internalize it as a me. Okay, so I'm Christian. So first off, every time something doesn't go my way, I go back to God. I'm like,
Right.
Daddy Alpha,
Yeah.
why did this not happen? This is not like, at least if I really want something, I put in the work. So anytime something doesn't go my way,
Yeah.
that means you have another plan.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to him and I say he needs to give me the patience to wait for his own plan
Yeah.
for me to come to fruition. Yeah. So I ask him to give me that patience, and then I ask him to give me the strength that I need to live through that pain, because failing is very painful.
So I remember in how many years of friendship? How many years?
2017 till date.
Do you know that somehow you think that when I was younger I thought all my friends would be people that
You grew up with.
like you wouldn't about made amazing friends in my like adulthood that if I didn't experience some things or go through some experiences I wouldn't have met them, and I'm so grateful for them. You are one of them. So okay, so let's talk about some of the challenges that you faced in life, because it's easy to see you shining on Instagram or doing your own thing, being in a career that is, popping and ticking all the boxes for you, but a lot of people may not see the times that you curled up in your bed. And those times I think are important for us to be able to highlight, because um if not for them you wouldn't be, you know. Hey, tell me that I did that. Anyways, to come back. So,
Yeah.
so let's talk about some of the challenges that have formed character, the character of Ijeuru today.
So on challenges, I've, without being cheeky and without being dishonest,
You know.
I'd like to think that I've had a pretty privileged life that I'm very grateful for. Yeah, my parents really worked hard to give us the comforts to the best of their abilities, and I can't think of a time that I can say that they failed me or anybody categorically failed me. So failing my own self
Mhm.
is definitely something that I had to learn to live with, and I can think of three pretty monumental times that I failed and how much it shaped me or helped me grow.
Mhm.
So the first one that comes to mind is at the time I wrote my WASI, my SSC exams. I was unfortunate to be one of those people that the examining council thought that there was a rumored general malpractice, so they made all of us rewrite some of the core subjects, and maths, which happens to be not a strength of mine. not the strength of mind was one of the subjects that we had to write again. So imagine thinking you have slain a Goliath and then seeing Goliath 2.0. It wasn't, I don't know that I wrote that exam with the confidence that it required. So when the result came out and it was a D, of course I was I was bummed. I was really bummed because it it set a lot of things in motion, which obviously led to me sitting down here and making this video. But at the time, myopic in the myopic scene that was before me, it was that I had failed at something that I was expected to thrive at, to be good at. And the immediate result of that was that I couldn't get into university to study medicine, which was a dream that had been bequeathed on me as the smart youngest child of my parents. Yes. If you know Nigerian parents, if you're not lawyer, doctor, engineer, they even used to still look at it somehow. They'll be like, anyway, you like maths, so go. But yeah, they were very big on their doctor, and I was the youngest one, so I was like, last card, check. Do you get? Oh, she even likes books. She's smart. Great.
We're gonna have one
she's
doctor
totally going to be a doctor. So, it took the fact that I had to implore my Christian faith. So I went to God and I said to Him that I know that you have a plan. I don't know what it is. It's not clear to me here and now, but I'm going to not own this failure. I'm going to just take it as you saving me from something that is beyond me. It seems like too much wisdom for a 16-year-old to have expressed at the time. I'm actually very, like, thinking back at it, I'm actually very impressed at myself. But I went back to ask God for strength to be able to live through the failure. I remember how heavy it was in my mouth to be opening. You see people that in school you were relatively smarter than, and all of them are carrying all their exams with passes and going about their way, and then you have to open your mouth and be like, how they did maths. It's disgusting. I'm not even going. Will not recommend. It wasn't a good experience. But yeah, I asked for strength to be able to live through that season, and then I also asked for patience to witness the plan that He had for my life unfold. The second one was the first time I applied to LBS. I was young and I thought I knew what I wanted, but
not because LBS needs old people, but
yes,
no.
I wasn't. Yes, I didn't have the maturity that I needed to be able to walk through the coursework, the rigor. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. The rigor of the MBA. I didn't have it. I probably also had my priorities misplaced at the time, but I also didn't know it because I was young. I was being young, really, if I'm being honest. So when that didn't happen, I once again felt like I had failed myself at something that I wanted, because this one I wanted it. This one was now not a bequeathed desire. It was something I wanted, something I had worked for, or I thought I had worked for. But in usual fashion, I went back to God and I said, help me.
What's going
You
on?
have to. There's a lot of mosquito.
Yes, actually.
Like, you have to help me because I'm not able to deal with this failure on my own. So one of the first things He did was He helped me, and how I got the second job was it was so for people who don't believe in God, I don't know how they live life. I'm not sure, and I don't want to find out. But I think this is also an opportunity to brag, to brag about God and His goodness. So, my cousin, well, he's not my cousin, but you know how you have family friends that you can't explain the relationship without, so you just call them your cousins. So my cousin took me to dinner to cheer me up. This was up post my LBS non-admission. He took me to dinner in some place, and while we were having dinner, he's a big man. So someone comes to greet him, and like, so they are hailing themselves and yabbing themselves. She's a lady, and so she goes, ah, see, you're eating all the money by yourself. What's up now? Help me. So she's like, ah, that true self that she's looking for an admin person. And my cousin goes, oh, I'm not an admin person, but here is Ijeuru. She's an admin person. And then she gives me her card and she tells me to send her my CV and stuff the next day. So I do that. I go for the interview and all of that.
Aced.
Well, yeah, I did ace it, but the owner of the organization, the company, said he wanted a guy for the role. I took my L because this was, do you get, it wasn't a huge L for me at the time because I was literally just trying it out to see where it would go. Do you get? So this was about September, and sometime in December I get a call. I'm shuttling between Owerri and Port Harcourt, and I get a call and they're like, "Oh, you're invited for an interview XYZ place." And I literally roll my eye
I
because
think there's actually a place called XYZ place. So it's not literal. Like she's just using it.
in dash 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 place.
Yes. PRQ, PRS, whatever.
YWV.
C, ABC gone.
And I think I roll my eyes a little because I never heard of it. I don't know it.
20 minutes.
And oh my god, I started telling longer stories. Anyway, so I get another job. I meet other people who have been instrumental in my life and who I think were going to have a lasting impact for the longer time. It also opened new networks for my family. Well, my sister in particular, helped her at work. Yeah, so in the long run, in the bigger picture, it wasn't exactly a failure. It was just a not now. Then the final one that comes to mind would be after the MBA, my current role was supposed to be in South Africa. Unfortunately, it was at the peak of the whole xenophobia drama, and as a result, they pleaded with the Nigerian team to absolve me, and fortunately, they did. And those people, the people in the team in Nigeria, have been really great. I'm really grateful to have met them
Yeah.
and worked with them. They are really good people, and I really appreciate having them in my life, especially in this Lagos. Yeah, so
Where you're enjoying.
yeah,
Enjoying.
failure is not, it's not your own to own. It's for you to take the lesson and throw the bad experience away, far away from you. Try to broaden your view and not settle on what's right before you.
I was going to say that I think that failure is always viewed in youth to my glasses. You can't, and it's the thing that broadens your horizon because you feel, you see that first of all you're not all
It's
that.
not the end of the world.
You're not the center of the world either, and it's a good thing because we have this limelight mentality that, oh, everybody's seeing what I'm doing, everybody's
Main character syndrome.
and it's not true, which is why you have to be able to be humble enough, build character, and then just find your path. Because if you've not failed, you cannot know what you don't have, which is success, and then be able to go in that direction. You will just keep being barely okay, you know. So I think in Laura Konsha, failure is part of the stew that makes the food sweet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I kind of totally agree.
Okay, so next question would be around your most important success that may not be public, but let me check the important success in life so far.
You know how they say the best things in life are free and the most precious things are intangible. I think one of the successes or wins or compliments, if you may, that I've ever received was sometime in 2018 while I was in LBS. So by virtue of me, my sister starts to do business with my former employers. And then one day out of the blue, she just takes the time to call me and like we're having a conversation and then she goes, EJ, I just called to say thank you. I just finished a meeting with your former boss, your madam, and I've never been more proud. They apparently had really good things to say, and by virtue of how they felt about me, they were extending the grace to her. So without knowing her, without her having to work to gain their trust, she was enjoying an
Standing on your own
extension.
shoulders.
Yes,
Yes.
she and it was. I think it meant so much to her because there's almost 10 years, well, 9 years between us. So this is her baby sister for real, for real, for real. Do you get? So for her, it was a really proud moment, and for me, it was a proud moment too because they did not go there to say, "Oh, your sister was the most basic bitch we ever had in
Wow.
this office," or
Wow.
"Oh, she used to
Wow.
shy away from." There was no like it could have been anything. It could have been she was following all the big men in this place, or she was. It could have really been anything negative, but it wasn't. And for me, it was a proud moment, and I really appreciated the fact that she deemed it important enough to take the time to call me and tell me about it. So yeah.
I think that's really, really sponsorship in play. You know, when people talk about sponsorship and mentorship, all that, that was sponsorship in play because you did your bit and you left the organization in good faith, and your good faith still stood. Like that was something that your sister could ride on, and a lot of people take it for granted. They take relationships for granted. You see where we are today, all the things that we've experienced in our lives together. You know, we're joking about being trekking the whole of Milan together, but the truth is relationships are so free, but it's because of this that a lot of people don't put in the work to build them, and then it makes things difficult for the next person that's coming because you went ahead, you didn't do anything, and therefore do you get? So well done for leaving the door open, for not being a basic bitch, for not following all the men in the
My dear,
organization.
and there were men that will give you dollars.
Oh,
Yeah, but not about that.
but it's not about that really. I also think that it's slamming my body. I swear.
Like, where were they before?
I also feel like friendship is such a currency that, again, back to relationships, that you would think that she's my friend,
She knows how I feel.
yes, and we don't pour enough into friendship that when you want to draw, it's like you're taking away from the person because you're not pouring. I remember the time when we went to, oh my gosh, saying it again, it's not supposed to.
It's not.
anyways, at this point in this video, I'm gonna say it actually. At this point in this video, failure has happened. We were recording. We have gone 20 minutes. Our recording stopped at 2:55 or 54, something like that. And then
Something insignificant.
so we got to the end of this video already, according to our time. But the camera said no.
You're
Gonna build character, and this was Ijeru's first experience.
This is why I don't do content creation.
Oh my goodness, no, but this is actually just documenting our journey together,
True that.
right? Because I feel like it's so important for us to be able to look back and to be able to value what we have. So thank you so much for watching this first episode, documenting our friendship with Ijeuru, me too. I want to say big shout out to
I don't know how to pronounce my name, but that's okay.
Ijeuru.
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 Yeah. Learn your friends' names. Okay, so please look out for more episodes. If you do not already follow this channel, you know what to do.
Like, subscribe, follow.
There you go.